Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is Opag News TV. Today's story is the story of Dr. Olufemi Olaleye. It is the story of a vile crime by an unexpected perpetrator to the most undeserving victim. It is a classic case of a demon who came wearing a well-tailored tuxedo. 56-year-old Dr. Olufemi was a medical doctor and surgeon. He is the founder and the CEO of Optical Healthcare in Lagos. The award-winning doctor got his MB degree from the prestigious University of Ife. He proceeded to obtain his DFFP in the United Kingdom and then bagged an MBA from the Imperial College in London. He worked in the British National Health System for over a decade and then returned home to start his own practice. He was a well-seasoned career man. Dr. Olufemi was married to his gorgeous wife, Remi. They have two amazing children together, a boy and a girl. Such a perfect family. Much to the admiration of many, he was an ideal family man. Dr. Femi often described himself as a lover of God. He had on several occasions carried out projects in the church. A perfect embodiment of you can have it all. Career-driven, family-driven, relationship-driven. He was that man, loved, respected, and looked up to by his community. But right underneath all of these honors and plagues and fame and wealth and popularity laid a man with a sick, twisted fantasy. A man who had eyes for little children. A man whose despicable lust will lead him down the road of destruction. Before we proceed, do hit the subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications, give this video a big thumbs up, and stick with it because there is so much more that you're going to get. So, back to our story. Dr. Femi resided in one of the choice areas in Lagos State. He lived a comfortable, lavish life with his wife Remi and their kids. Somewhere along the line, Remi's niece, that's his wife's niece, lost her dad and had no one to care for her. So she had to go live with her auntie Remi, Dr. Femi's wife. She was only about 14 years. One will imagine that the last thing on Remi's mind when she brought in her little tomboy niece was her own husband. Dr. Femi's first attempt on his wife's little niece was sometime around March of 2020.
He keeps on going. And there was a day he disvirgin me. That very day it happened in the study. It happened around 2 p.m. at night. When my auntie was already sleeping and children were already sleeping. He came in, he woke me up and said he wants me to help him with coffee. I brought him the coffee, and then he pushed me to the branch chair in the study and then forced me and harassed me. I was trying to tell him that I don't want this because already he already asked if I was a virgin. I said yes, I want to this virgin when I'm in my husband's house, and he told me that virginity is nothing. That if in his hospital, that if girls are pregnant or they're this virgin, he knows the way he's going to like to explain that virginity is nothing. Even a girl of 13 years old is not a virgin. That what is virginity? He forced me. He has said to me even after I tried to resist. After that, he didn't clean the blood, and I was really sad that day. So I don't really know what he did with the blood, and he gave me these 2 tiny tablets for me to drink. And then there was something he had on his hand, which I can't remember what he said. And he said, "Mark this day. The day you say anything about this, you will die." So whenever he keeps on doing this for 1 year and 9 months now, and each time he do, you say, "The day you will say anything, you will die. Every day he keeps on threatening me that, and I've not been able to tell my auntie about.
He had drugged his wife. He put in some drugs in his wife's drink, as she testified. And then he snuck out from his matrimonial room into the bed of his wife's niece. He forced himself on her, taking away her innocence, stealing her virginity. And when he was done with his act, he snuck back into the bed with his wife.
The need to address this. This is directly to Dr. Femi Olaleye of Optimal Cancer Care Foundation. I feel that in a society where we cannot protect our children from predators, it is a society doomed to fail. I've known Dr. Femi for a number of years, a long time. We met at an event in Unilag many years ago, and he had approached me to help in his advocacy for breast cancer screening for women and the rest. On the 9th of July, 9th or 10th of July, was another advocacy drive of his. So I went, as usual, in the pouring rain. You see, for me, when I give my word, it's something that I don't play with. I have integrity, and I beat my chest about it. So in conversation, I just said, how's your wife? And he was like, So I said, what's wrong? And then he now said, we'll talk later, when the room was clear. So he cleared the room and said the nurses, they should give us room. So I asked, well, how's your wife? And he said, oh, they're separated, they're no more together. She had kicked him out of the house. I'm like, that's serious. You know, and then he now went on to say, I would admit to you, Kate, she set me up. I fell. I didn't understand what that meant. He fell. Okay. So I said, what happened? He said, oh, she brought a young girl into the house and he did stuff with her. I'm like, Dr. Femi, now, wow, why would you, of course, the first thing is blame his wife that she knew his weakness and she did that and blah, blah, just kicked him out. She even arrested him. I'm like, wow. This was before he told me he had the thing with the girl. When he said he had been arrested, I'm like, how would the wife arrest you? So it was later when I now heard from him that it was because he had sexual relations with. So he didn't even tell me it was the wife's niece. Didn't tell me she was underage either. But she did tell me other things, and I'm like, okay, just take it easy. You guys try and resolve it. Make sure you try and see your children. I'm sure everything will be fine. And I'm like, then the wife, Femi, reaches out to me and, 4 hours on the phone we spent. She was telling me also to send me videos. Dr. Femi Olaleye had been molesting, disvirgin the 16-year-old girl. He had been doing that for a year and 9 months. I'm not going to put a picture of the girl or the video. If you see her, she's just like a tomboy. I wondered in my mind, what could drive a man like that, who has a beautiful wife? And by the way, he's not bad looking as well. You are both together, you and your wife in the same house, and you are... Dr. Femi, I want to tell you that I'm a straightforward person, and that you said what you said to me. The earlier you come to terms with what you have done, submit yourself to the authorities so that they can do the needful with you. You molested a 15-year-old girl. You disvirgined her. You threatened her and told her that if she told anyone she would die. You are a doctor. You are meant to care. You took a Hippocratic oath, Dr. Femi. You know what you did. It is left for the authorities to do the needful. I am here should any clarification be needed. And I put it to you that I'm not lying. You know what you did. And it is a terrible thing. And you should be ashamed of yourself.
Her story was consistent. She never told any lie from the beginning. Everything she was saying from the very first day the case was reported at Anthony Police Station and when we went to gender, her story was consistent. So we want to applaud her for not being induced, for not being allowing herself to be induced with money. You know, and this is one of the reasons why survivors don't want to talk. Because they try so many things, you know, to make them shut up. This was a few days to judgment. Every 2 days to judgment day was when this happened. Yes.
So she was offered 400,000 with the promise.
With the promise that if you give the video, changing the story, they'll pay her the balance of 2.1 million. But her mother returned the money back to the person. We have the proof. Yes, and we have the affidavit in court.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The girl who was raped by Femi Olaleye, a day after her boyfriend proposed to her, and she committed suicide the following day. This justice is for you. For the girl he impregnated and beat her to death, this justice is for you. For the same vulnerable girl he had sex with on that hospital bed, this justice is for you. This justice is for every survivor, every woman in Nigeria that he took advantage of. For the women he was going to do cancer screening for, and he did their videos. This justice is for you. For the married women he raped, and their husbands were waiting in the reception, and the men did not know, and these women cannot come out because of shame and stigma. This justice is for you. We stopped our necks for you. Nigerians don't understand what we went through. We were threatened. We put our life on the line because we know that he had done so much atrocity to Nigerian women. To every Nigerian woman that Femi Olaleye took advantage of, I said, this is victory for you. Yes. And to all of you who think you can take advantage of Nigerian women and girls, and the women who are taking advantage of boys, your day of reckoning is coming. Your day of reckoning is coming. All you women taking advantage of younger boys, making them your sex slaves, your day of reckoning is coming.
So yes guys, we have come to the end of today's video. Today's documentary on Dr. Femi Olaleye, the MD CEO of Opti Healthcare here in Lagos. If you're new here, if you're watching us for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, do well to hit the subscribe button. Turn on your bell notification. Give this video a big thumbs up. Drop all your feelings down in the comment section. And stay glued because we have so much more coming your way. It's your trending news channel, and this is OPAG News TV.